let's get into our next one. This one is called just Passenger. Just Passenger. And let's check it out. I always love imagery like this because it's so realistic, and in a way it's kind of creepy. It reminds me of back in the day when I was in design school. I used to work during the day, and I went to design school from like 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. So when I'd be coming home from school, I used to have to drive the Merritt Parkway, coming back from Norwalk to New Haven. I had an apartment in New Haven, down the street from Yale, by the way. And this is how the Merritt Parkway looked at night when you're driving home at 11 p.m. at night. And it was a little bit creepy. Okay, it says last year over 130 million people took road trips. Have done that too. I've driven Connecticut to Florida at least like 4 times. And that's a 24-hour voyage. Tony Mann drove with me 3 times, and then my friend Bossy drove with us down 1 time.
Make it quick.
Never went to the bathroom on the side of the road, though. We always were able to plan out where to stop to go to the bathroom. And usually, if it was late at night, Waffle House. Just go to Waffle House, get some dinner, or IHOP, stuff like that. We would never just go, this is the first problem. Don't do this.
Dude, give me 1 minute. Yo.
Yeah, that person is not with us anymore. I'm afraid.
Daniel?
15,400 of them were never seen again. So what's making the horn go off if he's not deceased in a car? Let's see. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. What was making the horn go off? Did you check the back seat? You just hopped in a car with the door open and didn't look in the back seat. This is a problem. Oh, shit. Okay, so what the hell was that? Seems supernatural or a cryptid, which we do have cryptids in America, which we went over that and what we watched last weekend. Was it last week or the week before last? We talked about the American cryptids. I should clip that part of the video and release it as its own thing. But that looks like if a Sasquatch threw your ass through the windshield, or something supernatural, or alien abduction. But let's see. Yeah, get the hell out of there. You still didn't check the back seat, though. Okay.
Oh, no way.
Oh, now that's giving In the Mouth of Madness. There was a scene in The Mouth of Madness where they kept passing the same person on a bicycle. So this is giving either supernatural or could be interdimensional travel. I don't know. What do you guys think? This is a very interesting plot. Oh. Well, damn.
I
was not expecting. See, I was so focused on the back seat, I didn't think about the passenger seat. That's a great misdirect. Oh, that was smart.
He's on the car last night. 3 scratches just like that.
Okay, so now that's giving cryptid again, which is not separate from dimensional, because there's a theory that our American cryptids are interdimensional travelers. So this could be horror sci-fi. I'm not sure. Actually, let me see what it calls itself. All right, this trailer is called Passenger. So let me look on IMDb what this movie has classified itself as a clue. Passenger 2026. See, I did not. I'm going to tell you after the trailer because I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I'm going to tell you after the trailer what it classified itself as. Let's continue.
You didn't stop, did you? It's something unholy.
All right, so that's given supernatural.
Something's following us.
Saint Christopher, catch me today.
Now that's creepy because there are people, or at least I've seen short videos on TikTok where people are driving in, you know how if you do road trips, if you're listening to celestial radio, just regular FM radio, as you move from area to area, the radio station will get fuzzy or it'll just go away completely and it'll turn to snow and then you have to change the channel. But there have been videos of people driving and maybe they're passing through that area where the radio station would turn to snow and then they hear strange things on the radio in real life. So it's cool how they work that into this movie.
Oh my God. Give us your warning sign.
What are those?
It's dangerous. It's near.
Ever since we just talked about that too last week when we were talking about found footage films and how Rec, ever since Rec showed someone being dragged away from the camera, that has been copied so many times.
Danger is near. Danger is near.
Okay. Oh,
No one outruns passenger.
No one outruns passenger. So that's giving almost urban legend. If you've ever heard of that urban legend of, in some urban legends, it's a nun. In some urban legends, it's a nurse that stands by the side of the road and asks for a ride. And when you give her a ride, past wherever she's asking you to give her a ride, she disappears from your passenger seat. That's what it reminds me of. That's an urban legend that people recount all over the world, interestingly enough. Okay. Yeah, not cool. Not cool, not cool, not cool. According to IMDb, Passenger has listed itself, like we can see that it's a little bit supernatural. It showed us that. But in addition to supernatural horror, it's listed itself as psychological horror, monster horror, folk horror, and here's the one that gave me a surprise: body horror. That's an added element that makes me super interested. Let me see. Professor Macabro says a horror adaptation of Passenger 57. Not quite, but always bet on black. Tony Man says, oh yeah, it was They Will Kill You. That's the movie Tony Man said he feels the gore topped the gore in Terrifier 3. I don't know if I completely agree with that. I still think Terrifier 3 had a little bit more extreme gore than They Will Kill You, but They Will Kill You did have some top tier gore. Professor Macabro says, so a take of the ghostly passenger that hitches a ride then yes, that's just what I was talking about. The ghostly passenger that hitches a ride and then vanishes. Tony Man says, I like the Tesla in the graveyard videos myself. Yes, that's true. On TikTok, there is videos of people who have Teslas, and their Teslas usually detect pedestrians, people who you might not see visually, but they might be in your blind spot. And the Tesla, if you look at the display, will show the pedestrians walking around. But some people have driven their Teslas through graveyards, and the Tesla picks up pedestrians walking around in the graveyard where there's no people walking, or at least to our eye, our human eye, we can't see people walking, but the Tesla may be picking up spirits of people walking. Very interesting videos. Definitely look for those. CJ says, I heard that urban legend as it was a high school student, as I was a high school student. Yes, I think we all heard them in high school. I think the 90% of urban legends we hear in middle school and high school. If I entertained you, made you smile, or helped you pass the time, please consider supporting this channel so that I can do that more. Horror channels often get suppressed and demonetized, but you can help in 3 ways: by pledging a monthly contribution on Patreon, sending a one-time tip using your preferred financial app, or you could help for free by liking and commenting for the algorithm, and most importantly, sharing this video on your social media. Thank you so much.